Hey everyone, we're going to be filming our first class today. We're going to do about 60 minutes. Didn't expect it to be in our hotel room, but it's raining outside right now, which happens in Hawaii sometimes. That's why it's so green. But and the theme of these videos over the next few days is going to be yoga while I'm on vacation. So we didn't bring a yoga mat because we barely got everything into our suitcase anyway. So what you do, you can just grab a towel and turn that into your yoga mat. So we're going to go ahead and start in all fours. We're going to bring our knees together and we're going to sway the hips. And I don't have a timer or anything like that. You know, I love to use my timer when we do the yin, but we're gonna do our best. Again, this is vacation yoga. Hope everybody's doing good. So we're moving our hips right to left and forward and back, and just moving them all around. I think tomorrow's video should be a little bit cooler than this one. All right, just loosen the hips up a little bit. Just make it feel good. A few more breaths. All right, bring it back up to center. Bring the knees back out below the hips, wrists below shoulders. Curl the toes under, walk the hands back. Get a nice little stretch on the bottom of the feet, making sure it feels good. Roll the fingers around outward as far as we can comfortably. And you can sway a little bit or you can stay still, whatever feels best. Again, just a nice moderate stretch here. Again, just wanting to make things feel good. The better this stuff feels, the better it works. All right, back to center. Turn the hands around, untuck the toes, sit it back on the feet or up on the knees. Shake the hands. Flick the water. Shake the hands. And flick the water. Extend that right arm out. Pull the right hand back. Wiggle the fingers. And switch. A little shake. A little roll. And then we're back to all fours. Lift the feet, point and flex. And roll your ankles one way. And roll them the other. Good thing about filming inside, you'll be able to hear me. I don't know if you'll be able to see me. My feet might be cut off. My head might be cut off. I don't know. All right, bring it back to center. Wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. Cat-cows. Inhale, lift your chin and tailbone, dropping the belly down. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, arch the back up. Inhale and lift. Exhale and tuck. Just follow your breath. Just loosening that spine up. So in cooking, they say garlic, onions, and red peppers are the Holy Trinity. These first three poses we've started out with, these are my Holy Trinity. These are the things I try to do as much as possible. your cat-cows, your hip dips, and then the hands and feet. And I've always had some issues with my calves and forearms. That's why I always do hands and feet along with these three. If you have something that's bothers you, you might choose a different one, like maybe a spinal rotation or something like that. Forward fold, make that your Holy Trinity. Whatever works for you. A few more here. All right, bring it back to center. We're going to take care of our side body. Inhale. On your exhale, drop your right shoulder back towards your right hip, opening up that left side body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale it over to the left. Hips are stationary the whole time. Inhale and exhale. And just back and forth. Couple more. Oh yeah, we're going to do a little restorative yin tonight. I'm filming this class right about the same time as we'd be having our 6 o'clock restorative yin. And if I was smart, I would have put out a notice that I was doing this today, but you know, I'm on vacation, so just doing my best. Maybe you can catch this later on or tomorrow. All righty. Let's go ahead and bring it back to center. We'll take our spinal rotations here. Center your right hand on your mat or towel. Left hand goes up. Inhale. On your exhale, thread the left arm through. Rest on that left shoulder. Hips are right over the knees. Right arm goes to the front of the room. Presses into the mat just above your gaze. Wraps around behind your back. That left arm, take it all the way back up. And bring it down. Let's swap it out. Left hand down, right hand goes up. Inhale. On your exhale, thread that right arm through. Rest on the right shoulder. Left arm to the front of the room, around behind the back, or pressed into the mat, just above your gaze. Just a nice rotation. Unwind. Take that right hand all the way back up. And go ahead and bring it down. All right, let's go ahead and drop over to our hips. Swing the feet out front. We'll come to a seated position. Right foot in and then the left. We're going to sit up tall. And we're going to roll the torso. Just making the circles. Go one way, go the other. The only real guideline here is make sure your hips stay anchored. Those sit bones want to be anchored. So we don't want the hips to tilt. And just roll it around, loosening up the core and the hips. Few more breaths. All right, bring it back up to center. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. On your exhale, unwind. A little wiggle of the feet. A little pop of the knees. Lean it back for some wipers. Switching sides, left foot in and then the right. Sit up tall, shoulders low. We're going to do a little neck and shoulder work here. Inhale. On your exhale, drop your chin to your chest and just let the head hang. Sitting as tall as we can, vertebrae stacked, weights in the sit bones. Press that lower back to the wall behind you. When you do that, you'll feel those lower abdominals activate. And just a nice stretch on the neck. Inhale. On your exhale, roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Relax your shoulders down, drop the chin. Left hand goes behind the back. Sit up tall. Inhale, unwind, chin to chest. Exhale, roll it to the left, drop the shoulders, drop the chin. Right hand goes behind the back. Sit up tall. Inhale, unwind, and just roll the head side to side. Back to center, chin to chest, sitting up tall, shoulders low. On your next inhale, roll it up slowly. And exhale. All right, just a little more on the shoulders here. Take your right arm across the body, left arm goes across that. Parallel those forearms. You can make fists, you can grab a thumb if you're a little looser. Maybe get those palms together. Lift the elbows, drop the shoulders. Inhale. On your exhale, dome the upper back, spread the shoulder blades apart. Remember, we're really not leaning forwards or backwards here. We're staying right on our balance point. So the back goes backwards just a little bit. We lean forward just a little bit, but we are still centered. Spread those shoulder blades apart. Inhale, up. Exhale, unwind. Roll the shoulders back. And roll the shoulders forward. And alternate backwards. All right, relax the shoulders down, just switching sides. Left arm goes across the body, right arm across that. Again, parallel the forearms with fists, thumbs, or palms together. Inhale. On your exhale, dome the upper back, spread the shoulder blades apart. Now you can stay right here, or if it feels good to rock like the pendulum in an old clock, you can do that. Inhale up, exhale, unwind, roll the shoulders back. And forward. And alternate backwards. All right, relax the shoulders down, unwind the legs, a little wiggle, a little pop. Leaning back for those wipers, fingertips facing you, feet nice and wide this time. All right, I think that about does it for our warm-up. We're just going to do kind of an all-star. These are my favorite poses here. Feeling a little tight today. Been a couple of days since I've done a good yoga class. All right, so let's come to a seated position. We're going to start with the half butterfly. Right leg is straight, left foot is pulled in. We sit up nice and tall. We inhale, sweep it up. We rotate towards that right leg. We exhale it down. Spine is as long as we can get it. Our head is as close to the toes if we can, or as we can. And then we're going to start our slow, deep breath here. Inhale through the nose. Let it take 4 to 6 seconds. Exhale through your nose. Let it take a little bit longer. Maybe 6 to 8 seconds. Slow, deep inhales. And even slower exhales. Just breathe. Now, if you're a little looser, you might be able to get your head supported. Maybe you can use something like this to help us out. All right, there we go. All right, and just breathing into your belly. Slow and steady. Just making sure this feels good. Just relax your body as much as you can and just breathe. Scan the body, make sure you're relaxed. And just breathe into your belly. One more slow, deep breath. And on your next inhale, roll it up, set your prop aside. Let's go ahead and unwind, lean it back, little wiggle, little pop. And some wipers. Now we'll just be switching sides here. All right, left leg straight, right foot pulled in. Sitting up nice and tall, prop handy. We're going to inhale, sweep it up, rotate to the left. Exhale it down with a nice long spine. And if you can get that to my right hand on the outside of the left foot, if you're a little bit looser, it feels really nice. And then again, if you can get your head supported, that's always going to take a little strain off the lower back, give you a little deeper stretch. Make sure those sit bones are anchored. And then just lean forward into it, head as close to the toes as we can get it. And we'll start our slow, deep breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Just relax and breathe. Just relax and breathing into your belly, trying to stay away from your thoughts.
Just breathing into your belly. Just relax and breathe. Couple more breaths. Alrighty, on your next inhale, roll it up. Lean it back. Wiggle pop. And then our wipers, feet nice and wide. All right, time for cross-legged. You're going to go right foot in and then the left. And remember, if you're a little looser, you can do the butterflies, little butterfly with your feet closed, big butterfly with your feet pushed away. If you're a little looser, you can go stacked if you'd like. I'm just going to go crisscross applesauce today. Maybe I can even incorporate that. All right, sit up nice and tall. We're going to inhale, sweep it up. On your exhale, just forward fold as far as you can comfortably. And again, if you can, get that head supported. Alrighty, right back to those 20 slow, deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Just relax your body. You may find as we go, your breath's going to slow down and deepen a little bit. Just relaxing and breathing. About halfway there. Scan your body, make sure you're relaxed. Just a few more breaths. Alrighty, on your next inhale, roll it up slowly, taking our time. Unwind. Wiggle, little pop. And the wipers. All right, switching sides, left foot in and then the right, or just change your butterfly. Props ready. We're going to inhale, sweep it up, nice long spine. Exhale it forward and just relax it down. Use a prop if you'd like. And then we anchor in on that slow, deep breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Just as slow and deep breaths as you can. Just relaxing and breathing. Halfway there. And just one more slow, deep breath. On your next inhale, roll it up slowly. Oh, unwind. Little wiggle, little pop. Lean it back from the wipers. Oh, feet nice and wide. All right, we're going to go side straddle. So I'm already facing the right direction, but you may have to rotate 90 degrees. We're going to get our feet as wide as we can comfortably, looking for a nice stretch on the inner thighs. Not too much, though. You know what? I might need a second prop here. We'll see how this goes. All right, sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale it up. And exhale it forward. And we're just going to stay put for this one. This is normally a 60 breath pose, which is about 10 minutes. We'll see what we can do here. Just lengthen that spine, lower it down until you feel a nice stretch. And let's start the breathing. Inhale. And exhale. If you're starting to relax, see if you can get that breath a little slower, a little deeper. Just breathing, just relaxing. relaxing, breathing, and trying to stay away from your thoughts. Now, I think we're just going to do another 10 breaths here. Now, one more slow, deep breath. Now, ready on your next inhale, roll it up slowly. Unwind, lean it back, keep the feet nice and wide though, and we're just going to pull them in a little bit. And I like to drop them over to the right, just kind of hold it there, and then drop it over to the left and hold it there, and then just windshield wiper. All righty, let's go ahead. We're going to roll back onto our backs and roll it back. Once you're there, we're just going to windshield wiper. And good morning. Stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Pull the knees in. Slow motion rock. Alrighty, into our spinal rotations. Back to center. Knees bent. Set the feet down. Arms out to T position. Scoot your hips over to the left edge of the mat. Float your knees to the right. Slide your feet over to the right. Then lengthen your spine. Kind of inchworm the top of your head away from your tailbone. Left shoulder down on the mat. Turn your head to the left. And we breathe. 20 breaths, slow and deep. Halfway there. Alrighty, press your palms down, float your knees back up, realign your hips and windshield wiper. Good morning. Stretch. Inhale. On your exhale, pull the knees in, slow motion, rock. Alright, back to center, knees bent, set the feet down, arms out to T position. This time we scooch the hips to the right, float the knees to the left, slide those feet to the left, walk the top of your head away from your tailbone, right shoulder down on the mat, turn your head to the right, and we're right back to that breath. Halfway there. Press your palms down, float your knees back up, realign the hips, windshield wiper. Good morning stretch. Inhale. On your exhale, pull the knees in, slow motion rock. Alrighty, bring it back to center, squeeze into a little ball. Lift your head, neck, shoulders, and your hips as high as you can. Squeeze it tight. Inhale. On your exhale, we're going to release them to our Shavasana. If you have the props, you can put the prop underneath the thighs for restorative style, or just lay flat on your back for traditional style. Left hand on your heart, right hand on your stomach, or arms 45-degree angle, palms up. And we'll just spend the last few minutes of class letting all that good stuff soak in. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Return to your normal breath. Relax your body and enjoy. fingers. Wiggle your toes. Return a little awareness back to your body. Counter pose a bit if you'd like. All right, when we're ready, let's roll over onto our right hand side into the fetal position for our words of wisdom. So they say, we know we'd like to know what we don't know we don't know. The Enchanted Cedar Mission Statement. Let's go ahead and make our way back up to a seated position one last time. Hopefully all yogaed up and maybe ready for a good night's sleep. Thank you all for being here with me. I appreciate that. Let's do it all again real soon. Till we meet again. Namaste. Alrighty. Be back with you guys tomorrow, maybe bright and early. We'll see how it goes. You guys have a good time. We'll see you soon.